I want to thank Bomac. I want to thank Red, Saul, Chet, Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Denise. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Jessica, Ish. Most importantly, my brother. I want to thank Harrison, my brother. I want to thank everybody that had a part in making this a success.
Terence Crawford did it again. On a random Tuesday in December, without a press conference, flashy lights, or pay-per-view hype, a single video upload instantly shifted the entire boxing landscape. Terence "Bud" Crawford, widely regarded as the greatest fighter of his generation, didn't announce a next opponent, he announced there wouldn't be one. At 42-0, fresh off the biggest win of his career, Crawford has officially hung up the gloves.
In news in the boxing world, Terence "Bud" Crawford confirmed his retirement from professional boxing in a social media post and video, saying he's walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. He didn't really use retired, but in every statement but his message is a strong indication that he's ending his career after his most recent fight.
Most fighters stay until they're broken, beaten, or too old to protect themselves, chasing one last paycheck until it turns embarrassing. Crawford did the unthinkable. He looked at the millions on the table, looked at the history books, and decided that 42-0 was enough. But why now? Why walk away when he's arguably the most dangerous man on the planet? The answer traces back to a moment 3 months ago and a realization even the greatest warriors eventually must face.
Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember, like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's gonna all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. But them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all see.
The announcement dropped on December 16th, 2025. Through a simple YouTube video titled "Walking Away as a Great with Nothing Else Left to Prove," the title alone sent shockwaves across social media before anyone even hit play. For 5.5 minutes, the boxing world watched a montage of violence and victory. From the gritty gyms of Omaha, Nebraska, to the bright lights of Las Vegas. But it wasn't the highlights that held everyone's attention. It was the narration. Crawford's voice wasn't angry or hyped. It was calm, almost eerily so. He delivered a line that will likely be quoted for decades. "I've made peace with what's next." For a man whose identity has been built on breaking opponents and silencing doubters, admitting he's found peace marked a massive shift. He stated plainly that he gave the sport every breath, every scar, and every ounce of his heart. This wasn't a resignation. It was a graduation.
I want to thank Bomac. I want to thank Red, Saul, Chet, Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Denise. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Jessica, Ish. Most importantly, my brother. I want to thank Harrison, my brother. I want to thank everybody that had a part in making this a success. Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's gonna all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. you know, but them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all see today. You know, because without them, I wouldn't be up here right now. Bernard Davis. I can't thank him enough. Rosendo Robles. I can't thank him enough.
To truly understand this decision, you have to rewind to September 13, 2025. That was the night everything changed. When Crawford signed the contract to fight Canelo Alvarez, the critics were loud. They said he was too small.
When they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's going to say, it's too small, it's too small, it's too small. And then, you know, he needs to enjoy his fight.
They said jumping up 2 weight classes to face the king of boxing at 168 pounds was a suicide mission. They said his perfect 42-0 record was about to disappear.
I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
You really feel because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54 when he fought Madrimov in his last fight showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level. 168 is going to make a difference.
Instead, Crawford delivered a masterclass. He didn't just survive Canelo. He dismantled him, capturing the undisputed super middleweight title. Crawford became the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to be undisputed in 3 different weight classes. That's a statistical absurdity, the kind of achievement that doesn't just earn a Hall of Fame spot. It puts you in the conversation for the greatest athlete of all time, period. Once you've climbed that mountain and taken the king's crown, what's really left to do? Facing a mandatory challenger for a fraction of the money would feel like a step backward. Let's be honest about the economics. By retiring now, Terence Crawford is leaving a staggering amount of money on the table, generational wealth most people can't even comprehend. After the Canelo win, the rumor mill went into overdrive. There was talk of a massive rematch clause worth upwards of $50 million. And whispers of him dropping back down to 160 pounds to chase a 4th undisputed title. Something never done before.
In the 168-pound division and moved down to 160 to face Cuba's Erislandy Lara. This would be a huge move for Crawford, aiming to become a 6th division world champion. If this happens, Crawford will face a tough challenge against Lara, who's the WBA champion and has experience fighting at 160 pounds. This fight would be one of the most anticipated of the year, and boxing fans are eager to see the outcome. Crawford has shown incredible skills at 168, and now he's looking to bring the success to a new weight class. Will he succeed? We'll have to.
Then there was the circus element. You know the names. Legitimate headlines suggested crossover fights with Jake Paul or other influencers. Low-risk bouts with 9-figure paydays. For most people, the temptation to hang around for 1 or 2 easy cash-outs would be irresistible. By walking away now, Crawford is making a statement rarer than his jab. His legacy matters more than his bank account. He's showing that he isn't fighting for the check anymore. He was fighting for respect, and he finally feels he has enough of it.
Oh, man. Hey, look. Terrence lands, Palm Springs. Never heard of him. Brother-in-law goes out, picks him up, straight to the gym. Because if this work ain't good enough, we got a red eye for him. We'll go back home. I walk in, I see him off in the corner. I'm like, who is this dude, right? Get in the ring with him. My team is right here. This dude is by himself. He came to my corner to get water after every single round. First round goes, I'm like, all right, let me see what he knows. I make a move, boom, I get hit. I'm like, dang, okay. Let me get a little bit serious with this man. Let me see if he lay down. So I turn it up, bing, 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 bing. He's like, bing, 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 right back. And I'm like, ooh, okay, he got something, right? But then I would raise it another level. And then it's an all-out fight. But he right there hanging with me. Every time he's right there. I was supposed to go 6 rounds that day. I only went 4. Ooh, man, I'm like, who are you, man? I'm Terence Crawford. And I look at him, I go, bruh, you ain't no sparring partner. You a world champion.
You can't talk about an undefeated retirement without mentioning the elephant in the room, Floyd Mayweather. For years, 50 has been the gold standard in boxing marketing. Floyd retired with a nice round number. Crawford leaving at 42-0 has already sparked a furious debate online. Hardcore fans argue that while Floyd had the numbers, Crawford had the dominance. Floyd's 50th win was against Conor McGregor, a mixed martial artist making his boxing debut. Crawford's final win was against Canelo Alvarez, a living legend in a weight class he had no business being in. The debate isn't about who would win in a fight. It's about the quality of the exit. Crawford is betting that history will look more fondly on a man who knocked out the Giants than one who managed his risk perfectly. It's a bold gamble, but judging by the reaction on Reddit and Twitter, it seems to be paying off. Fans aren't asking why, they're saying, thank you.
The most talented fighter that I've ever been in the ring with, right along with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a savage. He was definitely savage, but Crawford, skill for skill, I ain't never been in the ring with nobody more skillful than Crawford. This is history. This is a GOAT before he became the GOAT. And you gotta see how he was before he got to where he is.
There is also a darker reality to the sport that Crawford sees clearly. He turned 38 this past September, in boxing years, that is ancient. We've seen too many legends stay too long. Roy Jones Jr. was knocked out by fighters who shouldn't have shared the ring with him. Muhammad Ali struggled to speak. It's the tragic curse of the fighter. They're always the last to know it's over. Crawford's statement, "I'm stepping away from competition before it retires me," is profound. He acknowledges that his skills, speed, and reflexes are finite. He's leaving with his mind sharp, his speech clear, and his legacy unblemished. He realized that staying 2 more years would start the decline. For a perfectionist like Bud, being anything less than the best version of himself is unacceptable. He decided to fire Father Time before Father Time could fire him.
You know what I mean? So, you know what got me back into boxing? That kid that y'all seen performing at my fight got me back in boxing. Just the thought of people saying that he can beat me, and I haven't been boxing for years, led me back to boxing. And him pushing me and me pushing him, and we competing to be the best fighter in the gym. I want to thank all my fans here that support me. I want to thank. This is bigger than the norm, you know, because I want to thank my urban community. I want to thank my Latin community. I want to thank my white community. And I want to thank my Asian community, my African community. I want to thank everybody, because today...
One of the most telling parts of his farewell video was who he thanked. He didn't just thank his team, his family, and promoters like Turki Alalshik. He took a moment to thank his haters. It sounds cliche, but with Crawford, it's personal. His entire career was defined by being the most avoided fighter. For years, he was frozen out of big fights by promotional politics. He was told he wasn't a draw. He was told he couldn't sell tickets. That chip on his shoulder was the fuel that powered his run. He needed the doubt. He needed people to say he couldn't beat Spence or that he would be crushed by Canelo. Now that the world has universally accepted him as the pound-for-pound king, the fuel is gone. The doubters have become believers. Without that friction, without the battle against the narrative, the drive to wake up at 4 a.m. for road work just isn't there anymore.
I got the key to the city, right? A lot of y'all probably don't know, but this is my second key to the city. Let's go, bud! So that means today my day, right? That's your day. Okay, so T, you can have that day, all right? The first key to the city is March 4th, the same day as my son. It's a special day, but at the same time, I would never take the light or take anything away from my son, you know, so he can have that day. But tell me, what do this open?
Today, whatever you want.
Hey, y'all got that on camera? Today, September 27th, anything I want is mine. I don't want to hear nothing. If I go in a restaurant and say y'all packed and y'all ain't got no room, I'm gonna say, today.
So Terence Crawford leaves the sport as a unicorn, a three-weight undisputed champion. Unbeaten, untied, and perhaps most importantly, satisfied. He conquered the politics of boxing. He conquered the weight classes. He conquered the temptation to stay too long. We may never see another run like this. In an era of protected records and YouTube boxing, Crawford was a throwback to a time when the best actually fought the best. He came, he saw, he conquered, and then just like that, he vanished. The Crawford era is officially over, but the debate about where he stands in history is just beginning. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.